Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to transform your life? In this video, what you're about to discover is that what you initially believed may not be quite what you think it is. Well, the other day, I was headed to the gym and I got curious about something. I remember in my early 30s when I had this incredible willpower and excitement for working out. This is when I just went head first and lost 85 pounds. And back then, I didn't really care about the time commitment or how intense the workouts were. I was just driven to hit the gym. I wanted to stay fit and strong, and I wanted to keep those pounds off. But now, as I return back to the gym, and it's a whole long story, but now it feels very different for me. I thought about the 1 mile walk to the gym, and then I thought about the almost 2-hour sessions in the gym, and then the 1 mile back from the gym. And I just felt really tired just thinking about it. I felt tired about the whole process. And I asked myself, at this age, how long can I really continue to keep this up? I mean, I'm not that old, but I'm in my 40s. I'm in my early 40s. So I'm just like, I don't have the same pep in my step the way that I used to. And so on that 1 mile walk home, I started to think about what it takes to truly change aspects of our lives, just in general. So today, we're going to have a candid conversation about what it genuinely takes to transform your life, to have everything different and better, by your definition of better, than it is now. So if you're feeling the message in this video, I just kindly ask you to show me some love by hitting that like button, subscribing to the channel, and joining my Thrive newsletter to continue the conversation offline. As always, there's still an opportunity to become a founding member of my new community, Thrive, where you receive monthly hot seat coaching and Q&A with me, curated masterclasses that are exclusive to the community. You won't find these on YouTube at all. But most importantly, you'll be connected to a soul community that's also committed to powerfully transforming their lives for the better through conquering their fears and moving past their perceived limitations. Welcome to my channel. My name is Francis. If you're new here, I'm so glad that you found this channel. I believe that when we defy the resistance and face our fears, that we can create wildly beautiful lives. So my goal on this channel is really just to inspire you to rise above the self-doubt chatter, conquer your fears, and embrace a life of limitless possibilities, free from judgment, with full clarity. So if this is your first time, welcome, have a seat and enjoy this video. If you've been here a few times, I'm so happy that you're back. So the question that we're really going to tackle is, what does it really take to shed the unnecessary layers that are holding you back from living a life that lights you up inside? What does it really take to change your life for the better? And if you've been on this channel for a little bit, I have a lot of videos that share many different reasons of what it could possibly take, and what sort of gets in the way, whether it's lack of clarity, lack of self-awareness. I even talk about how to have more compassion for yourself, how to let go of quote unquote bad feelings, and also how to forgive. Like, we understand that this healing journey, this ability to rise above our setbacks, which I really don't even believe in the word setbacks. To me, setbacks are really just growth opportunities. And these growth opportunities require something of us, that we must dig to the depths of our core to find out what it is so that we can actually move forward. But most importantly, we must be honest with ourselves and ask if we are willing to give up the things that are making us emotionally unwell. And before I dive into what it really takes, I want to acknowledge that this journey isn't for the faint of hearts, right? It takes an incredible amount of courage to face yourself, to face your fears, to face your pain and all the hurts and everything in between. So I just want to say, I see you. I know you're trying your best. And I just say that I acknowledge you for really accepting the call to this journey. Okay, so let me ask this question again. Are you willing to give up the things that are holding you back? Deep down, there is more to life than how it's going for you right now in this moment. So the first thing I want you to consider is your desire to change. Desire is that spark, right? That ignites the fire for transformation to occur. It's that inner voice that says, hey, there's a whole world out there waiting for you to explore. There are relationships and people that you vibe with that are waiting to connect with you. There are experiences out there waiting for you to feel and experience them. Without that desire, change can really feel like an uphill battle, right? It can feel really heavy. Sometimes it can feel like you're not going anywhere. So what I want to do before I get into what it takes, I want to explore the 5 reasons that desire is such a crucial ingredient on this journey. So when you genuinely want to change your life, you're compelled. Like there's this feeling inside of you. There's this strong sense of calling. You know, it's sort of like the hero's journey of the call or the call to take action. You feel that compelling pull. You have a clear reason why at this moment in your life, you feel very much ready. Even with the fears and the nervousness, you feel ready to go on this journey. And so that desire is the fuel that regardless of what happens, it will continuously pull you out of your comfort zone and propel you forward. But you just have to answer the call, right? Just like any hero's journey, you have to answer the call. Now, the other part of desire is persistence. If you recall my story earlier in this video about going to the gym, I go 5 days a week. I walk 2 miles a day, not including the miles that I do in the gym when I actually get there. What I realized the main differentiator there is that persistence. It's the persistence within me to realize that this is what it takes to keep my body moving, to feeling strong, to sort of releasing a lot of the energy that's inside. Even when I want to give up, that persistence is still there. And trust me, there have been moments where I definitely wanted to do just that. I wanted to just give up and be like, not today. Let's take a break for today. But even that becomes a habit, right? When we push something off to the side, it becomes a habit. And we train ourselves to say, okay, today we'll take a step back. We won't do it today. And then tomorrow something else is going to come up, and then something else, and then something else. And you see how this could become like a snowball effect of dodging the things that are important. But it's through that persistence you're willing to endure the initial and even the continued discomfort of that thing, because you know you're one step closer to a completely different life. And you keep that image in mind. You keep that desire burning inside. Another aspect of this desire within us is resilience. That powerful fire of desire really helps to expand and strengthen our resilience. Think of resilience as an insulating shield, a protective force that repels any self-doubts that you might be feeling along the way, and any detours or growth opportunities that you might encounter as a result of your devotion to what it takes to actually see this thing through. When you face challenges, your desire reminds you why you started this journey in the first place. It helps you recover also sooner from the adversities and helps you again to keep moving forward. And so your desire for change begins to provide you with clarity. When you have a powerful why, that clarity helps you define what you want, why you want it, and why it truly matters. And so this clarity serves as a roadmap, guiding your decisions and actions along the way. And it keeps you devoted to the creation of who you're on your way to become, even when distractions try to pull you off course. I did a whole video about distractions, and I explained how many of our distractions are quite subtle. And most of the time, we don't even realize what's holding our attention hostage. I'll leave that video at the end of this video so that you can go a bit deeper. And you'll be surprised what those distractions actually are. So when we think about desire plus movement, also known as action, again, gives you clarity. So a lot of us, we want clarity, but you can't have clarity without action, without movement. Clarity doesn't just pop up because you're just sitting thinking about getting clear. Clarity develops because we're trying things out, we're experimenting, we're getting curious, we're exposing ourselves to new experiences, we're exposing ourselves to our challenges, and that's how clarity becomes clarity. So like I said, desire plus movement and action gives you clarity. And so pursuing change driven by this genuine desire leads you to a greater sense of joy, peace, and fulfillment. Because through those conscious and intentional movements, you'll begin to shift internally. And your outer world will respond to those shifts. And if you think about it, because now you're consciously working towards something that you truly want, and it's that desire to have a completely different life than the one that you currently have now, It brings powerful meaning into your life because you're now intentional about how you want to show up. And now you're working towards something versus getting stuck in stagnation. Because perhaps before there wasn't much intention, right? So you might have felt adrift. You might have felt a bit lost. I also did a whole video about feeling lost, which you can catch up here somewhere. We often feel lost because we don't have the guidance or a sense of direction. And of course, we lack clarity. But that desire changes the energetic frequency. And when that happens, all types of magical wonders begin to transpire. You're going to be like, whoa, is this how universe flows? So I want to go back to the question I asked earlier. What does it really take? What does it really take to 360 your life? To live a completely different life a month from now, 6 months from now, maybe even a year from now. Aside from a deep sense of desire, the number one thing that I have found from personal and professional experience is that you have to make it a priority. Changing your life has to become a priority. And I say this with so much love, with a lot of love, because I've been there. It's only the last 7 years that I decided my life deserved to be a priority. I made a conscious choice to prioritize my healing journey, to confront my fears, to tackle my anxieties, and to deal with my depression. And all those things I realized were really holding me back, including my grief. So they weren't just going to magically disappear. I had to begin to do something to make those changes. And the first thing before doing is making the commitment to making those changes. I hope that's making a bit more sense. And so because it's only been the last 7 years, I can't pretend that making my life a priority has been sort of this lifelong practice, because truly it has not been. So like many of you, I found myself at a crossroads, many crossroads. Okay. One path led to the life that I was currently living at the time, filled with apathy and the challenges I mentioned just a few minutes ago. But most importantly, it was a life filled with stagnation. I just wasn't going anywhere. There was nothing happening in my life. There was no forward motion. There was no movement. And that can get really frustrating, right? It could really feel very defeating to not feel like you're making any sort of quote unquote progress. While the other path held this possibility of the life I could possibly live. And that's the one I'm living now. It's a life where I have the freedom to be me, to live by my own standards, free from the external pressures and expectations of society. I have opted out of that fully and proudly. To put it simply, I've found peace and I've just let go of the fear. And over the past few years, I've experienced a sense of balance and wholeness that I've never been able to tap into prior to this. Never been able to feel this for most of my life. So again, I'm going to ask, what does it take? Transforming your life demands prioritization. It demands to be a priority. It honestly needs to stand above even your family, your role as a parent, if you have kids, your relationships, and whatever else in between. In fact, I'd take it a step further and say it has to be integrated into your core values. When something becomes a part of your value system, you don't waver. For instance, I value my freedom, which means that I have zero desire to make any decisions that contradict, compromise, or undermine that value. And it's from that deep-seated value and devotion that I base all of my decisions on, making sure that I remain in alignment. So let's wrap things up now. If you've been wondering why things haven't changed in your life, take a moment to reflect. Have you genuinely made your healing journey a priority? Is conquering your fears part of your daily mission? Do you regularly step outside of your comfort zone? Do you have a powerful desire to change? And what does that desire look and feel like? And what would it look and feel like if you were able to paint a picture? Because sometimes people say, I don't know, I can't really tap into that. I can't connect to that. I can't feel. So then use your imagination. Listen, as you know, there is no judgment here. This is just pure curiosity. So I'm not judging you, and try not to judge yourself. Come from a place of curiosity, because when you come from a place of curiosity, all the barriers just sort of melt away. So take a moment and just get curious about this, right? And it's from that place of curiosity that your whole world can really, truly transform. So I'd love it if you'd share your thoughts in the comments below. If this is something you're struggling with, why not share why you're struggling with it and share one action step that you're willing to take to make this journey a priority for you in your life. Remember to keep this question in mind. What will it take? And remember, it's going to look different for you. So I'm encouraging you not to compare your journey to someone else. What it takes for someone else is going to be vastly different than what it takes for you. If you need more support, consider becoming a founding member of Thrive. Our membership opens in just a few days, and this is a closed membership, so it's going to open and then it's going to close, and we're just going to get to work. And this is where you can get hot seat coaching and Q&A with me, exclusive masterclasses that will not be on YouTube, and most importantly, a community of like-minded folks who are committed to this journey of transformation. Don't forget to join the Thrive newsletter for more conversations like these offline. As always, I'm super grateful that you watched this video. And if you found this video valuable, please like it and subscribe to the channel. And of course, I'll see you on the other side of wholeness.